Unit 6. Take my advice. Unit 6, pages 46 and 47. Look and listen.
Help for You. www.helpforyou.com. You've got questions? We've got the answers. Dating, divorce, drugs, eating, friends, relationships, school, college. This site has been developed to help people who have problems and don't know who to turn to for help. We hope you will use it and make the right choices in your life.
Saying no to drugs. You want to stay healthy? Then you'd better stay away from drugs. Turn them down. The term drug refers to dangerous and illegal substances, including alcohol and tobacco. Drugs affect people of all ages and classes. You should keep your principles and your sense of self-worth. In case of peer pressure, just say no. For help with any drug-related problems, call 1-555-NO-DRUGS or 663-7847. We have experienced counselors available day and night.
Weight control.
I have to lose weight. What should I do?
You'd better gain weight. You're too thin.
Anorexia. Anorexia is an eating disorder that affects people's appetite, usually because of emotional problems. This condition is quite common among teenage girls between the ages of 13 and 18, but it can also be found in boys. Many young people dream of becoming top models. The slim look is usually considered desirable. Therefore, in order to keep their weight down, these young people simply avoid food.
Keeping fit.
What should I do to be like you?
You ought to eat healthy food, and you could take up a sport.
Yeah, I keep putting it off.
Fitness means being in good physical condition, healthy and strong, and is usually associated with exercise. That is not the whole picture. In order to keep fit, you have to eat well, sleep well, and generally feel good about yourself.
Dating. Some tips on dating. You should avoid people who think their partner is a possession, are extremely jealous, try to control you, abuse drugs and alcohol, change their mood suddenly, always have to have their way. Go out in couples with friends who can help you in case of trouble. You ought to stay in public places, especially for the first few dates. Try to carry a cell phone so that you can call for help anytime or if you want to leave early. You might take a self-defense class, such as karate.
Unit 6, page 47, Part 2. Pair work. A. Ask and give advice about the problems on these pages and similar problems.
What should I do to lose weight?
You ought to exercise, and you shouldn't eat a lot of junk food.
I'm feeling depressed, and I don't know why.
You'd better see a doctor.
B. What are the 3 most common problems for people you know? Write them down. Compare your list with a partner's. Share advice for people who have the problems. Unit 6, page 50, Part 5. Listening. 3 teenagers are talking to Dr. Wise about their problems. Complete the chart.
Now, Harvey, what seems to be the problem?
Well, doctor, whenever I look at myself in the mirror, I feel terrible. I'm putting on so much weight.
Do you work out? Do you exercise?
Not really. I spend a lot of time at the computer because of my job.
What kind of food do you eat?
I have the usual pizza, hamburgers, fries, mostly fast food, but I don't eat all that much.
It isn't the quantity, it's the quality. You should change your diet and eat more salads, fruit, and vegetables. and you ought to take up a sport or do some other physical activity.
Can't you just prescribe some of those diet pills, Doctor?
What can I do for you, Cindy?
Doctor, I don't like my nose. It's so big. I want to change it.
Have you talked to your parents about this? You might want to discuss it with them.
Actually, it was my parents who encouraged me to have plastic surgery. They will stand by me if it makes me feel better. I've already made up my mind. I want a nose like that actress, what's her name again?
It isn't like that anymore, Cindy. We don't try to make you look like someone else. We put a picture of your face on this computer program, and then we figure out the shape which best suits your face. What do you think of this? So, Mike, what's the matter with you?
There's nothing wrong with me physically. It's just that I don't feel confident about myself. I want to have a girlfriend, but I'm too shy to approach a girl and ask her for a date. I'm afraid of being rejected.
I've known you since you were a kid, and you never used to be shy. You must build up your confidence. You ought to join a theater group, or maybe the school choir. You should get involved in activities where you have to talk to other people.
I have no problem talking to people. It's just girls I can't talk to.
Mike, you're a good-looking kid, so don't worry. Just act naturally. If you don't try, how do you know you're going to be rejected?
Unit 6, page 50, Part 6. Pronunciation. Listen and practice. The main stress is on the second part of the 2-word or 3-word verb. Put off. I put off my new diet. Break up with. Linda has broken up with her boyfriend. Turn down. I don't want to turn down a friend who asks for help. Unit 6, page 51, Part 8. Conversation.
Hey, Mary, you look depressed. Is everything okay?
It's my parents. They're not easy to put up with. They're so old-fashioned, and they never let me do anything. I go out at night only once in a while, and when I do, I have to be back by 12. What should I do?
Have you tried to talk to them?
They never have any time for me. My dad's work comes first, and my mom only sits down with me when she wants to show me off to her friends. Mary gets straight A's, and she made the basketball team this year. Ugh! I want to move out and live on my own.
Well, I get along well with my parents, but we don't agree all the time. They worry too much about me. If I'm going away, it's always, don't forget to call as soon as you arrive, take this medicine with you in case you get sick, you must stay away from drugs. They know I'm not into that. They should trust me.
I guess parents are all the same.
Unit 6, page 52, Part 10. Reading. Breaking up. Broken hearts.
A good relationship is built on honesty, trust, and mutual respect. Some relationships can last a very long time. Other relationships can go downhill fast or so slowly you don't realize how bad they have gotten. Now, when do you know it's time to break up? The following is a checklist to help you determine when it's time to move on. Just one warning sign is enough reason to break up. You shouldn't put up with an abusive partner. There is never an acceptable excuse for a partner to hurt you with words or actions. You don't have to tolerate any verbal or physical abuse. You should not accept common excuses like, I just had a bad day at work. I'm under a lot of stress. I'm really sorry. I promise I won't do it again. You should think carefully before giving a person a second chance. Your partner should respect your opinions, decisions, morals, and values. He or she should support you and encourage you to reach your goals and dreams. If your partner has a problem with alcohol or drugs, you had better not believe that you'll be able to change his or her ways. You ought to have time for yourself, your family, and your friends. Your partner shouldn't be possessive and take up all your time and energy. If you can't trust your partner, if you think that he/she lies or cheats, or if he/she makes you feel unsafe, then you'd better listen to your instincts. If you no longer enjoy time together, if you don't respect each other, or if you can't be honest with each other, then it's better to be on your own than in a bad relationship. But breaking up can leave you feeling down. Don't worry. This happens all the time, and it shouldn't last too long. Here is some advice on getting over a broken heart. You ought to spend some time on your own in order to examine your feelings, but you mustn't become a hermit. You should turn off the TV and keep busy doing the things you enjoy. Get out of the house and spend time with your friends. Remind yourself of your good qualities. Make a list. You should treat yourself right. Get enough sleep, eat right, stay away from junk food and caffeine, and spend a little extra time on how you look. Most important, don't feel sorry for yourself. Accept what happened and move on.
End of Unit 6. Expansion 2. Reading. Pages 54 and 55. Teenage stress.
Definition. Stress. The mental and physical strain or the nonspecific response of the body to any demand made upon it. Stress is a chemical reaction that takes place inside the body when there is a basic need to adapt to or resist changing internal or external influences. It is a response meant to return the body and mind to a state of equilibrium and balance.
The causes of stress. Although adolescence is often viewed by parents as a carefree period of life, some studies show that teenagers experience the most stress of all people. They can experience stress related to money, family problems, self-esteem, acceptance by their peers, getting accepted into college, choosing a career, and pressure to do well in school, sports, or clubs. According to experts, one of the main reasons for stress is that childhood has gotten shorter, and the perception of children has changed. Since TV is available to any audience, children can get messages that were probably meant for adults, and the dividing line between childhood and adulthood ceases to exist. Children do not play as many of their own games as they used to, and most of their games and sports nowadays are those preferred by adults. Youngsters wear similar clothing to that of adults, and they use adult language that was once never to be heard around a child. Young people these days are under tremendous pressure to achieve, please, and succeed. They are expected to adjust to social environmental changes that past generations never had to deal with. The demands made on preteens and teens by modern life have definitely increased the level of stress.
Tips for dealing with stress. All humans experience stress. It is a necessary part of life. The response to stress is what often needs to be controlled. A person's feelings, attitudes, and outlook on life affect his or her ability to deal with stress. You should avoid unnecessary worry. Thinking about a problem in order to arrive at a solution can be positive, but constant worry that is not constructive accomplishes nothing. It usually just makes situations more stressful. Become better organized. Plan activities a step at a time so that parts are accomplished. This gives you more self-esteem and more reasonable deadlines. You should be aware of the symptoms of stress. Some symptoms are moodiness, insomnia or other sleeping disorders, lowered body resistance to colds, flu, or other diseases, preoccupation with negative, angry thoughts or feelings, unusual behavior patterns, and loss of appetite or eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia. When you know you have a problem with stress, try to solve it one step at a time. Part of the problem could be trying to do too much at once. You should take it in easy stages.
Conclusion. Stress doesn't need to be negative. Some doctors say that you should laugh and smile more frequently. When you laugh and smile, your body relaxes, and it causes a positive reaction.